Dorian, what do you have over here? Is it fish?
Yeah, I've done some prep before our next guest arrives.
Well, I guess we will have something very special today, which involves a lot of seafood.
You're absolutely right. Today our guest is the ambassador of Spain to Kazakhstan, Jorge Urbiola.
Can't wait to start this.
Let's do this.
Mr. Ambassador, dear guests, we see a lot of seafood today, and we are now inside our kitchen. So please tell us more about what we are going to cook today.
And who's going to help you?
Sure, thank you so much. So we are going to prepare today one of the most international dishes, if not the most international dishes of Spain's cuisine. This is called paella. Paella. Mm-hmm. So for our viewers to understand, it would be the equivalent of plov in Spain,
yes.
but with seafood, with more producte.
Mm-hmm. So it's very well known, right?
It's very well known worldwide. And let me tell you, the origin of paella, you here see the ingredients.
Yeah.
Most important thing is rice. We have rice here, and we have seafood.
Yes.
We have seafood. We have other ingredients.
Shrimps and mussels,
Shrimps, right? Correct. Mussels. We have here green pepper. We have onion here, garlic, and we have species, which are also very important.
Yes, very important.
Saffron.
So let us start from...
Let's start cutting into pieces these vegetables, these ingredients, and then I will explain you. We have here the bouillon, which is to give the real flavor, and this is made out of fish.
Yes, sure.
Okay, let us start. So,
can I help you with this?
there's a knife for
We
you,
can
please.
cut it in two pieces.
In two pieces.
I know.
So
Exactly.
is it true that this dish is originated from Valencia, isn't it?
Exactly. So the origin of paella is in the eastern part of Spain. Usually it was the kind of, but not with seafood. At the origin, it was not seafood. It was in the countryside. And usually the countrymen, when they went out of the city with the families, with the friends, they started to prepare this dish. So to share with the family, to share with friends, and especially, why Valencia, you may ask yourself.
Yeah.
Because rice has always been a very popular crop in that part of Spain, in the eastern part, since the time of the Arabs. We have a lot of Arab influence in Spain, and the Arabs also modernized a lot all the irrigation systems. So that is why Valencia was ideally, because the rice there is of prime quality, the best quality in the world.
In the modern Spain, does the recipe differ from region to region?
Exactly, there are a lot of recipes. That's a very good question. In fact, at the origin, the ingredients that countrymen used were rabbit, chicken, red pepper, as the one we have here, onion, green pepper. But then, little by little, it arrived to the cities. And then the aristocracy of Valencia started to like this, but they wanted it more sophisticated. So they started to use seafood. And as you say, depending on the regions, if it's, let's say, within the mountains inside, some of them they use still rabbit, they use more vegetables. If it's on the seaside, seafood, which is the one that we are preparing
right?
today. Exactly.
In your opinion, which version is better?
Well, personally, I love with seafood. Javier, I think that you agree with me.
I agree.
With seafood, definitely, it's very, very tasty.
Please introduce Javier to us. Javier is doing very well with cooking, as we
Well, Javier
as
is
we
a
noticed.
master.
Yeah.
Javier is a master in cooking. I always tell him that if he was not working in the embassy, he should open a Spanish restaurant here in Astana.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
It would be fantastic. if you want, while we are preparing this paella, I told you the story how it originated in the east of Spain,
Right.
how then it arrived to the cities where aristocracy started to use seafood. But besides paella, also we have other dishes which have become very international. One of them is gazpacho.
Yes, we've heard about this, yeah.
You heard. So gazpacho, it originated in the south of Spain, and it's a cold cream, very refreshing, especially in the summer, because the south of Spain we have usually very hot temperatures, especially in the summer. So they needed to refresh. People who were working in the countryside, they needed to refresh themselves, but not just with water. So they started to use olive oil, tomatoes, green peppers, cucumbers,
Yes.
vinegar. So this is
All the vegetables, right?
all the vegetables together and bread.
And bread,
which is something that the Romans used 2,000 years ago when they arrived to Spain. It was very common that Roman soldiers put also bread in hot water together with vinegar. This to give also some energy.
Strengths, yes, and energy. So it's a lot of different influences, right? In the kitchen, in the traditional kitchen, from the different
Of
parts
Spain.
of the world. Yes.
Well, in fact,
kind of
I
a
think
mixture.
it's a mixture because kitchen reflects always the evolution of a country. So that's a very good question because Spain is a result, of course, of the pre-Roman tribes, peoples who were inhabiting the Spanish Peninsula,
Yes.
the Hispanic Peninsula. Then the Romans came. They brought Latin, which Spanish comes from Latin. For example, they brought the famous Roman law. Then, some 100 years later, we had the German tribes coming. The German tribes, when they were immigrating, some of them established in Spain. In our case, it's called the Visigoths. And after this, we had the Arab influence. They were for several hundreds of years, for several centuries.
That's very interesting, yeah.
So basically, Spain is a combination of pre-Roman peoples, Romans, German tribes, and Arab tribes.
Yes.
And that is the result of Spain, and that's what we brought to America.
Exactly. Okay, I'm done here with my green pepper.
Yeah.
Have I done it well or
It's
not
okay.
enough?
It's
okay.
very nice.
Yes, it's a very nice.
Lord,
Okay.
I mean, you look Spanish now, 100% Spanish.
Okay. Yes, I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you.
Here we
So-
also, I guess, done, and my mental help.
So we
What is
have all our ingredients chopped, right? Onion, pepper, also the sweets, right? Okay.
What is
then
the next step?
Next step,
Take
I
a
let
little.
it to Javier.
Okay. Yes.
We must do frit in the
Okay.
That's important. I know here because usually the paella is done in a flat pan. In a flat
I
pan,
see.
so that the flavors are balanced. Because as an expert cook as you are, if you do it in this kind of pans, then it's different temperature beneath. So
yeah,
that's why for paella we use flat pans, which in Spanish is called paellera. Now Javier is pouring some olive oil.
Olive oil.
Spanish olive oil. Exactly. Which is also one of our star products.
And we have to use here only olive oil, yes?
Only olive oil, which in Spain, it's easier to get olive oil rather than any other oil.
It's very common, right? Yeah.
Very healthy also. Doctors say, cardiologists say that olive oil is very healthy for the heart.
Absolutely.
Maybe I can
We
help you
totally agree.
with something.
I don't know if this is healthier or not than horse,
Yes.
But horse is very healthy meat, by the way,
Have you tasted it? So,
Of course.
Of course,
One
yeah.
of my favorite dishes here, now moving to Kazakh cuisine, is of course the horse meat. A lot of protein,
yes, exactly.
so very, very healthy. Beshpermak, of course. And by the way, I am a big fan of kummus.
Hummus,
Of hummus.
yes.
I know it's also very, very healthy, very good for the lungs. I had a severe COVID some years ago. So my Kazakh friends, they told me, hummus is very good.
It actually helps, right?
It actually helps. That's why I feel stronger here in
Yes.
Kazakhstan.
It's
Exactly.
good.
So tell us more about your work here in Kazakhstan. What is the specific of your work? What are the struggles?
So as you know, I'm the head of mission of ambassador of the Kingdom of Spain here to Kazakhstan. I arrived 2.5 years ago. But let me tell you, Darren, that since we have very good relations, my job as ambassador is easier. Kazakhstan and Spain, we maintain very, very close and tight relations. We even have a strategic partnership.
Yes, that's
by
important.
the way, this year we celebrate the 15th anniversary of this strategic partnership, signed at the times when our heads of state were, on the one hand, President Nazarbayev, on the other hand, King Juan Carlos. So since then, we maintain very good relations, which makes my job much easier. And responding to your question, we are promoting Spanish investors here. We will talk later if you want about the big companies that we have here. We also have a very good collaboration in foreign policies, in foreign policy for us. Kazakhstan maintains a very active foreign policy in international organizations. So in general, as I say, my job is easy precisely because our relations are very, very good.
Yes.
I guess it was established like in 1992, if I'm right.
Yes, we were one of the first countries in Europe which recognized the independence of Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
And since then, as you know, we had, please, Javier, we had the embassies in Almaty when the capital was moved here to Astana. Then we moved.
Yes.
That's the good thing. I have to say that some Sundays we meet at Javier's house and he prepares, so tasteful rices. By the way, next time, Dauren and Ainur, you are invited. Of course,
yes, that would be honor
our
for
next
us.
rice on Sunday.
Yes, maybe what kind of events do you have for?
So, since I arrived here, I'm a big fan of cultural diplomacy.
Yeah.
And when I arrived here, I realized that you have so beautiful and modern buildings, the Astana Opera, the Ballet of Astana,
Astana Ballet, right.
the Kazakh Concert Hall, in Almaty also, beautiful buildings. And by the way, I have to tell you also, I had one of my unforgettable experiences here. We organized together with the collaboration of the Astana Opera a charity concert in December, and it was some diplomats and ambassadors who can play an instrument. We played together with Kazakh musicians.
Wow!
And we were on a stage, and unforgettable experience to perform on a stage at the Astana Opera.
Wow! Yes.
When I first arrived here, someone told me, listen, when you listen to Dombra, this is as if you were listening, a horse galloping.
Right, exactly.
And I started to listen to the music of Dombra like this, and this is true. You are like listening, the gallop of a horse.
Yes.
Here we're already adding some
what do we have
shrimps.
here?
Yes.
We have, the shrimps. Spain is a country surrounded by sea.
Yes, you're very lucky to be
You cannot have everything, but in our case, we have a very also important fishery sector. So Spain, is a country where fish you have all around. We are a country, we do love meat, of course, but fish...
Seafood is
a big
more
part
preferable.
of our culture. Okay. Exactly. So
Yes,
here we have the bouillon,
Yeah.
as you call it here, the bouillon, which we have prepared with different fish, also with some peppers, and it will give also the flavor.
Flavor, yes, it's very...
But it's going to be added at a later stage.
At a later stage, okay. Yeah. What will be the next stage of this?
The next stage is the rice here.
Oh, yes, we put
One
rice.
part rice, 2.5 part water.
Of water, yes.
And then wait.
Okay, I guess our dish is almost done, and while we serving the table, I'm gonna share with our viewers some interesting facts about Spain. Did you know that the oldest operating restaurant in the world is located in Spain? El Sobrino de Botín in Madrid is listed in the Guinness Book of Records. This eatery opened to the public in 1725. Spain is also known as the leading producer of olive oil in the world, accounting for approximately 44% of the total world production. The country produces twice as much oil as Italy and 4 times as much as Greece. After France and Italy, the kingdom is the 3rd largest wine producer in the world and the 1st country in the world in terms of vineyard area.
Now we are with the rice.
Yes, a little bit of interruption here.
Of course.
Yes. Now
The rice.
we put some rice just on top of it, right?
Yeah. 1 part rice, 2.5 part water.
Yes, we add some water. Yes.
Yeah, this water.
This well.
2 parts
Okay. Yes,
rice
from this
and
broth.
2.5.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Beef.
Okay.
Here's saffron.
Oh.
You know, in Spain, we have one of the best, if not to say the best, saffron in the world. Very tasty ingredient, and they also very healthy. You know, it's said that that saffron helps to raise your spirits.
Yes, and it looks very stylish.
We will
so to
see.
speak.
We will see after we eat this if it really helped us to raise our spirits.
Yes.
But I am sure it will. I know that in Central Asia, some countries produce saffron.
Just a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
Is it spicy?
No, let's say.
I think I never used saffron.
Yeah.
No, me either. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Esto es un componente.
this is also
Pimentón, no?
Sí.
the flavor, yeah. The
Flavor,
right
color, also.
Oh, look at the color.
Together.
Yes.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now we're waiting for
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yes.
Exactly. Now what we are waiting here, these 20 minutes until it really, the water completely is absorbed by
Yes.
Actually,
the
I
ingredients.
already tasted it.
the. Are you already tasting it?
Is it good already?
It is.
It is.
It's getting good.
it's
Okay,
perfect.
it's getting better.
Nice. Yeah. No. When I just.
Now it's time for mussels, right? Yes, the smell is amazing.
Considering your experience, how do you think what can we promote to the world as a?
So that's.
As a developing nation,
That's very
right?
important, Yeah, last year, President Tokayev also, for example, in his address to Parliament, he said that the idea is to promote tourism in Kazakhstan. And if I had to say, nature here is amazing. Nature is amazing. So I think that for nature lovers, Kazakhstan is a paradise. We also may have this year in Spain, this is very popular. In the rest of Europe, it's called the MotoGP. It's a competition like the Formula One, but equivalent in motorcycles. And you know that here in Kazakhstan, you build close to Almaty an amazing circuit. The CEO, the director or president of the company which organizes the World Cup is Spanish. It's a Spanish company. He came last year and he visited the circuit and he said, this is the best and most modern circuit outside of Europe. Definitely, I will be very happy to host a MotoGP Grand Prix here in Kazakhstan.
That would be a brilliant idea to promote again, yes?
Exactly, because it will bring, just for the days of the championship, 50,000 visitors, but then you have 400 million viewers on television.
Yes.
So many of them, there are studies, in Formula One, in MotoGP, that 1.5% of those who watch on television will at the end come and visit the country. So that's, for example, one thing. Sport tourism, as Saudi Arabia is doing right now,
Yes,
as Azerbaijan is doing, so Kazakhstan. I know how you love sports, you have very talented sportsmen in boxing, in shahmat, in
Yes.
chess. So maybe sport, nature could be,
Maybe a mix of it, right?
maybe a mix of it.
Yes,
And when
exactly.
people will try Vespermac, I'm sure that
Yes,
gastronomy
yeah.
also.
Well, this is
Exactly.
an amazing idea. Thank you very much.
Please.
Okay, so now the final stage, we're approaching it, the moments we are waiting for all this time. So are we ready to serve it and taste it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look on it, yes?
Of course.
Okay, let's open it. Taurin, okay. Oh, yes.
It looks amazing. It's already looking delicious.
Yes, and the rice, the color of rice, yes? It's like yellowish and
The shrimps, it's as if you were transported to the sea.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of seafood over there, right?
So let us go to the tables, I guess.
Sure,
Yes, and taste it.
please.
Okay, here we are. Finally, we're gonna taste
Yes.
the dish, the national dish of Spain.
Let us do this.
Super. Let's see how tasty.
It's okay?
You like it?
It's very good. I cooked it very well.
Of course.
Very, very tasty. If you close your eyes,
Yeah.
you are transported to the coast of Valencia
Yes.
right now.
Just imagine, yes?
I mean, imagination can do everything.
It is actually like a plov with seafood.
Yeah.
I would define it this way, correct, Darren? Plov with seafood. So depending on what you like more, actually plov is very, very tasty.
Yes, it is.
But definitely you have very good restaurants in both in Astana, in Almaty. I will travel next month to Shymkent. They also told me that the food from Shymkent is very, very tasty. The
Yeah.
food there, a lot of restaurants.
Yes, there is a bunch of everything you can taste from really the whole region. A little bit of Uzbek, a little bit of Kyrgyz, a little bit of
Exactly.
Kazakh. Yes, it's a very, a rich mixture. Yeah.
It would be actually interesting if you could find a restaurant with like Spanish cuisine there and maybe rate it.
Yeah, in fact, in Astana, they have opened recently in the old part of the city, a Spanish restaurant. So we have indeed a Spanish restaurant here.
You've been there? Enjoyed your
I've been
time?
there. They have very good products. They cook a very, very tasty paella, not as tasty as the ones that we prepared.
Of course.
That we prepared today. But in fact, yeah, they do have very, very good Spanish products and a place to enjoy.
Yes.
And if not, for those Kazakhs who want, of course, traveling to Spain is
Yes, it's another.
a possibility. We are working right now, by the way, in trying to open a direct flight.
That would be awesome. Yes,
to
that's
Spain.
a big step. Yes.
Exactly. I know that Kazakhs are traveling a lot to Spain. In our consular section, we are issuing more and more visas every year. So it shows how popular, and I am so happy for this, how popular our country is for Kazakhs. So the next step, would be to have a direct flight.
Yeah.
So Kazakhs can enjoy, directly from here to the coast.
To immerse, yes,
The
ourselves,
paella.
yes, in.
Exactly.
And it would be amazing if you bring Spanish tourists here to Kazakhstan.
Of course.
Yeah.
As well,
With
yes.
this flight,
It will work vice versa, yes, exactly.
Exactly, both directions. So this will certainly, help to continue increasing our contacts, because I have to say that as a Spaniard, and you can also tell me your opinion, Javier, but as a Spaniard, I really feel like at home here. The Kazakh soul, the gastiprismo, the hospitality. I would say that we are very similar. You like your families, you take care of your family's family is very important.
Values.
Kazakh mentality.
You also have these strong bonds.
Also strong for us, our family, you know, the relation to your babushka, to your grandmother. I've seen here, you know, that it works like this. So probably that's sense of humor. Also, sense of humor, you know, is not that far. So to be honest, you know, I feel really like at home.
Yes.
In Kazakhstan.
What about students exchange? I think there are also, yes, a possibility for Kazakh students to go and to study in Spain. For Spanish students to go and explore the opportunities here in Central Asia. What do you think about it?
Indeed, we have, you know, professors here in universities. In Nazarbayev University, we have Spanish professors. Yeah. We have more and more students, Kazakh students, also traveling to Spain. We will have next month working visit of Spanish doyens from universities to explore the possibility of opening branches here. As I told you, maybe we'll open not just a football academy of Real Madrid, but a school where Spanish will be the first foreign language.
Yes.
Which, by the way, it's important. You know, probably you know or you do not, but Spanish is the second mother tongue most widely spoken in the world.
Yes, it is
with
true.
500
exactly.
million people. It's spoken in whole America, not just in Spain. So
yes, very big influence,
Spanish,
right? Yeah.
Spanish is really an asset. An asset, you know, not just because of the language, but because of the rich history, you know, in literature, in Spanish art in general. So that's why, yeah, I'm so happy to see that, you know, among Kazakh students, Spanish is becoming more and more popular.
And by the way, while we are,
Yes, we prepared for you our dessert. I guess it is time for dessert. There are homemade biscuits with yezhigay. Yezhigay actually is a special type of cottage cheese made by boiled milk of goat and sheep. So it's really interesting texture, I guess.
Yes.
Please try it.
It's very Kazakh, yes, very traditional.
So, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Enjoy.
And
you know, it reminds me the taste, because the goat gives a very special taste, which I love. In fact, I know that this is very healthy. The goat is very healthy. And it reminds me in Mexico, they also have a similar kind of product. It's a sweetie, let's say, final product of milk of goat, and the taste is similar. It's called cajeta.
Yes, yeah.
It reminds me.
And it's also very diet-free.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can eat as much as you want.
One more similarity to Kazakh.
Yes, one more.
Relations. Yeah.
Definitely.
And a little gift to our honored guest today. I will present it. You can take it away with you.
Should I stand up?
No, you can sit. I will bring it with myself. So here we have some more sweets.
Wow.
Yes, this is chocolate.
This is very nice, but I think that the one who also deserves today, because his paella was fantastic, we will share, Javier. We will share.
This is for you.
Nice.
You can share it with your colleagues, family members.
Sure.
It's chocolate, but what's special about it, that inside you have zhent. And zhent is a very Kazakh product, ingredient. It's like a millet we use in our foods centuries ago. So yes, I hope you will enjoy it. So Javier, I want to ask something to you, because you, you did this masterpiece. Are you satisfied with the results? Are you happy about what we've done today, with the results that we have today?
I am proud, yes. A little salt maybe, but it's okay.
It's perfect. The salt is perfect.
But salt we can solve, you know. Salt if we need salt. The other way around is difficult to solve.
Yes, exactly.
It's okay, yes.
Yes, thank you very much. It was very delicious, yes.
Thank you for the invitation, thank you.
So that's it for today. For more episodes, you can join us on Silkway TV channel.